Producer Matt here. WWE brings their holiday tour to Baltimore at the CFG Bank Arena on December 26th. We're joined on the phone by two-time WWE champion, two-time ECW champion, and two-time Intercontinental champion, the almighty Bobby Lashley. How are you, sir?
Hey, fantastic.
It's really awesome to get you on the phone. You've had an absolutely incredible career with the WWE, an incredible career outside of the WWE, but just jumping right into what you have going on at the moment, you've been working with the Street Profits. It seems like you've been trying to maybe help give them a little bit more of an edge. I know things didn't pan out great on last week's SmackDown, but how's it been working with those guys so far? And does it feel weird that you're now at a point in your career where you can kind of be that guy that takes some of the younger guys under your wing and helps shine a light on those guys?
When I first came on, there was a lot of guys that kind of supported me and helped me out, and because they saw something in me. So that's what I did in this point of my career, because, achieving that accolade of winning a WWE championship was just enormous for my career. And I mean, nothing can really top that. So right now it's just building a legacy, and a legacy with some people that I want to be with and be around. And that was the reason why I picked the Street Profits originally. So it's not that I'm over or I'm not doing anything. I know what I'm capable of doing, and I have a lot left in the tank to win another WWE championship, to win a tag team championship. I have enough in the tank for all of these different areas, but I just wanted to bring some people on that I felt that were deserving. And I watched the Street Profits for a while, and those guys are extremely talented, and they just need the right help, maybe. Just the allies in our business. Allies are very important, and to be an ally for these guys, I think that these guys can just do some incredible things in this business.
That makes a ton of sense, and I'm really glad that you mentioned the word legacy, because watching what you've been doing with the Street Profits, and you give them the sharp-looking suits and all that, it's definitely reminiscent of the Hurt Business, which I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about that, because it really was one of the most refreshing and cool groups that we've seen in the world of WWE in quite some time. Reflecting on that group, where would you say that time in your career ranks amongst other moments in your career, and what do you see the legacy of the Hurt Business being?
Well, I never put things as this is better than that, but I could put a category of some of the extreme highlights of my career. And of course, winning a WWE championship is one of those, but I put the Hurt Business right up in there, because it was something that just moved a lot of people in a very challenging time, because we were running it during the pandemic, and we were running it during like COVID, and everything was going all over the place. And it was that one thing that you can turn on TV and just get a refreshing, get a good feeling about. And there's so many people that called, sent me DMs, sent me messages and everything, and talked to me about how impactful that was for them. So, and then just the group of people that I was with, Shelton Benjamin, Cedric, and MVP. Those three guys were good friends. They were close friends, and it's always exciting when you're able to do big things with people that are close to you. So, of course, that time of my career was and will always be something that I hold near and dear to my heart.
Right, and again, joined on the phone with WWE Superstar Bobby Lashley. WWE brings the Holiday Tour to the CFG Bank Arena on December 26th, and I've always thought the cool thing about these live events or house shows is the fact that they're untelevised, and it kind of lets superstars be a little looser in their performance maybe and have a little more fun. Do you find that to be true as a performer? And for anyone that's never been to an event like this, can you just kind of describe the atmosphere of what a WWE live event is like? Because as a fan, I really feel like there are few things in the world like it.
Oh yeah, man! Look, it's a great time for us because there's no stress. The TV, the cameras are still there, but they're not as tight as it is during the show. What I like to do before those live events, I like to be able to go out and meet the crowd. I can meet the crowd before I even go into the building. I can meet them after my match, before my match. We're not really tied into any kind of constraint, so I love to be able to go out and shake people's hands. We become a little bit more personal with the crowd during these live events, and that's an experience that you don't normally get from just a regular TV show. Now, the TV show has its glamour and everything because you see the pyros and some of the stuff that you just see on TV, some of the backstage stuff. But when you have a live event, I mean, you're right there, and we get a little bit more time to be out there in the ring. I mean, it's all over, just a fun environment. So for me, because I have kids, and every week we're trying to look at what we can do. A WWE event to bring your kids to is just an amazing experience because you can just watch the kids. You can watch their eyes just like scroll up, and they love it, and they have an interaction. You know, we give them stuff. You know, you can get T-shirts. Sometimes
right.
Guys are coming back from a match, they hand a kid something, and that kid just like lights up. You know, so it is more personal when you go to a live event, and it's just fun. And you can come before the show when we're driving in. You can meet some of the superstars. We have fan experience where you can go and meet some of the wrestlers before the show also. So there's a lot of different things that you can do during a live event that you don't normally have an opportunity to do. So it just makes the whole experience more fun.
Right, and it's funny, I'm a relatively new father myself. My daughter turns a year old in a week, and I was like, do I bring her to this show? Is it maybe still a little too early? We'll find that out in a week or so. Real quick before I let you go, I know you got to get going soon, but big news out of WWE this week, the signing of Jade Cargill. And just while I had you on the phone, I wanted to get your thoughts. Are you familiar with her work prior to signing with WWE, and what do you see as far as her star potential? Because it was certainly all over WWE's social media accounts, and it really seems like she has everything it takes to be a major star.
Oh, of course. I think it's a big signing for WWE because she made a huge splash in wrestling years back with AEW, and I think just her coming over, it just shows, you know, the levels. It shows, you know, she wanted to get there. That was the next level for her, which is a great deal. And for her coming over, I mean, there's only a few places that I would put her, and I know there's a group that is kind of putting themselves together right now, and if that group had a female component to it, I think that group would be even stronger. And so I might have to give her a call and see what her plans are. But I think she does fit really well with a group if that was an opportunity. But wherever she goes, I know she's going to be a big star like she's always been.
I'm going to take that as a scoop. You heard it here first on 100.7 The Bay. Our boy Bobby Lashley might be reaching out to Jade Cargill soon. Hey, Bobby, thank you so much for joining us on the phone again. WWE Holiday Tour hits CFG Bank Arena on December 26th. Thank you so much for taking the time, sir.
Right on, man. Anytime.